assume we're ready to go here. So my name is Gord Johnston. I have the honor and privilege of being the Chief Executive Officer of Savita, the largest provider of community and affordable housing in Northern Alberta. I'm pleased to be here today alongside the Honourable Jason Nixon, Minister of Seniors and Community and Social Services, Scott Fash from Build Alberta, Dale Forbes from GEF, and Kyle Fawcett from Silvera. The Alberta government's ongoing investment into affordable and seniors housing is incredibly important. As an affordable housing provider, Savita is incredibly grateful for these investments on behalf of those that we serve, as they are a major step toward addressing the growing need for affordable housing in Edmonton and around the province. Alberta has one of the fastest growing populations in Canada, and investments into affordable housing allow providers to be part of the solution and deliver affordable homes while keeping existing housing units safe and well maintained. The Affordable Housing Partnership Program, or AHPP, has played a crucial role in making much needed affordable housing projects a reality. Over the course of the last year, Savita was very fortunate to receive $14.9 million through the AHPP, which was invested into our newest housing development, Lendrum. This funding enabled us to offer substantially lower rent in perpetuity for those in need. The new complex, whose grand opening we are actually celebrating on Thursday of this week, is now home to close to 400 individuals through the 120 safe, affordable homes on that site. At Savita, we know firsthand that considerable investments such as this go beyond a roof and walls. Having a safe, affordable place to live allows people and families to thrive, stay employed, do better in school, and access community services. While building new homes to meet today's demands is critically important, we also need to stay focused in maintaining the homes already in service to those in need. The capital maintenance and renewal funding received by Savita in the last year allowed us to renovate in excess of 300 existing homes to update them to today's standards. As a result, well over 900 more people in Edmonton are housed in these fully updated units. While housing needs are significant across the city, developments such as the one we're in today, Londonderry, home to close to 750 people, are a testament to the incredible commitment of the government of Alberta to improving and expanding access to safe, affordable homes. Together, we can continue to build stronger, more inclusive communities and a future where everyone has access to safe and affordable places to live. And now it's my distinct pleasure to introduce the Minister of Seniors, Community and Social Services, the Honourable Jason Nixon. Thank you.
Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome. Thank you, first of all, to Gord and the whole team here at Savita for hosting us today. Savita works tirelessly to ensure every Edmontonian has a safe, appropriate, and affordable place to call home. In fact, Savita, in partnership with the government of Alberta, actually provides over 15,000 people in the Edmonton area with an affordable house, which is 15,000 people with a home that would otherwise not be able to afford it, or would at least struggle to be able to afford to pay for their home. We value that partnership with Savita and all of our housing partners, which includes dozens of housing providers and nonprofits across the province who work together with seniors, community and social services each day to provide tens of thousands of affordable homes to Albertans. Now more than ever, with the changing landscape on housing, it is crucial to come up with solutions with our partners to ensure Albertans have homes that meet their needs, which is why Alberta has made significant investments in increasing the stock of affordable housing through measures like capital grants, supports for housing providers to tackle increased costs, and investments in rental assistance. At the same time, we are working across the province to enable our industry to increase the supply of housing in our market. Together with our partners, we are in the process of investing $9 billion to create 13,000 more units of affordable housing by 2031. And today's announcement moves forward with that commitment. We've also already invested and created 5,000 more units of affordable housing since 2019. We also continue to invest in rent supplements, currently investing over $250 million over the next 3 years to help over 12,000 households in our province meet their rent obligations that otherwise would struggle. This is on top of a $5.1 billion investment in affordability measures and the billions of dollars that we continue to invest in our social services sector through our ministry to be able to make sure that Albertans can meet their needs. On top of that, we continue to be very focused on red tape reduction and infrastructure supports to be able to support our industry, to be able to move the barriers out of their way to make sure that they can continue to create tens of thousands of new homes across the province. And these efforts are working. 2023 was a record-breaking year for housing starts in our province, including the highest number of purpose-built rentals in Alberta's history. While residential construction slowed across Canada, Alberta continued to be the outlier, with the number of homes being built in our province continuing to grow quickly. Our government understands that increasing supply is the key to addressing the housing challenge in our province and continues to work with both nonprofits, municipalities, and the housing industry to make sure that we have the supply that we need to maintain affordability in our market. To support this, Alberta's government is making significant investments into affordable housing through building new units of housing, providing rent supplements for those living in market rental, and market repairs to existing affordable housing stock so units can remain open or be brought back online to provide a safe place for Albertans to call home. Which brings me to today. I'm proud to announce that in Budget 2024 and the Capital Plan for Housing, Alberta's government will continue to build on our achievements and make more homes available in our province. Budget 2024 invests $840 million more over 3 years to build new affordable housing, bringing existing housing units online, support Indigenous housing projects, and builds and upgrades to our seniors' lodges. These projects will make a critical difference to Alberta families, fixed-income seniors, and low-income Albertans who need a place to call home, and will result in over 5,000 additional affordable housing units becoming available across our province. The Budget 2024 Capital Plan for Housing will maximize our investment, continuing to build on our partnerships with housing management bodies, nonprofits, and all other levels of government to build new affordable housing in our communities across Alberta and our communities and our commitment to Alberta's Stronger Foundation Plan with our continued investment in affordable housing, which is one of the key parts of Alberta's housing plan. $405 million has been allocated for the Affordable Housing Partnership Program, which supports innovative and sustainable housing projects alongside our partners. Investments in these partnerships have already created almost 5,000 new units since 2019. Budget 2024 also allocates $120 million in funding for capital maintenance and renewal dollars, an increase of $26 million over Budget 2023, and it will ensure that our existing affordable housing stock can stay open. Capital maintenance and renewal is a low-cost, high-impact way that government can keep housing available for Albertans. It's something that our partners have made clear is critical and is already where we have significantly invested over the last year in CMR, capital maintenance and renewal savings, which has brought thousands of more units back online or protected thousands of units to stay online. This confirms the need to continue to make investments to preserve our existing housing stock because of the significant impact it has. The 2024 capital plan also includes $75 million over 3 years for the Indigenous Housing Capital Program. This program supports investments in Indigenous-led housing projects. These projects encourage the public and private developers to partner with Indigenous communities and governments and organizations to build capacity and create economic opportunities. With our growing population of seniors, Alberta's government is also making sure that seniors' housing remains available and supports communities where Albertans are happy to retire. Budget 2024 invests almost $130 million in seniors' housing to upgrade and modernize lodges across the province. This funding will make sure that housing continues to meet the needs of seniors today and those communities remain sustainable for years to come. Our government is also committed to increasing the amount of affordable housing. Budget 2024's $840 million investment demonstrates Alberta's ambition. Now, I recognize that the housing challenge cannot be addressed by government alone. Rapidly building market housing is critical to meet the needs of Alberta and to support our fast population growth. I want to be clear. Alberta's government will not go down the road of rent control. We will not pursue disastrous policy that would bring residential construction to a halt, negatively impact low-income renters, remove rentals from the market, and ultimately make more people homeless. Instead, Alberta's government is enabling our industry to meet the growing needs for housing in our province by building more homes faster. Alberta continues to break records for the numbers of homes under construction across the province. In Calgary and Edmonton, as an example, more purpose-built rentals are being built than any time since statistics were kept. These new units are coming onto the market each and every day. Alberta's government will continue to enable, not stifle, industry to build the homes that our province desperately needs. We will continue to take steps to reduce red tape and ensure that our province can meet the growing demand for housing that we see in Alberta today. And we will continue to work closely with our partners at all levels to increase our housing supply and to keep Alberta affordable. Stable housing isn't just a roof over someone's head. It's a safe place to call home. We need to be able to give people the chance to secure employment, support their families, and contribute to their communities. Alberta's government will continue to invest significantly in increasing the availability of housing in our province. Our $840 million investment in affordable housing and our focus on removing red tape will build more homes, will reduce barriers, and make sure that we can meet the needs of our rapidly growing province. As we continue our work together with our partners, we can find the right solutions to meet the needs of Albertans seeking housing. Because of our work together, Alberta continues to lead the way in this country when it comes to the expansion of both attainable and affordable housing, with real solutions that are having record-breaking results and will benefit Albertans now and for decades to come. Our government will continue to fight to ensure Albertans have a place to build their lives, a place to raise their families, and most importantly, a place to call home. Thank you very much for being here again today. And with that, I'd like to invite Scott Fash, who is the CEO of Build Alberta, to come up and say a few words about our announcement today.
Good morning. As CEO of Build Alberta, I am pleased to address you here today regarding the announcement from Minister Nixon and the Government of Alberta. This announcement signals a significant step forward in our collective efforts to address the pressing issue of housing affordability in our province. The Capital Plan 2024 is allocating a substantial $840 million of investment over the next 3 years to provide over 5,000 affordable housing units and support over 6,000 jobs. This investment is not just about numbers. It's about creating real change in the lives of Albertans. It's about ensuring that every individual and family in our province has access to a safe and secure place to call home. By committing resources to initiatives such as the Affordable Housing Partnership Program and the Indigenous Housing Capital Program, the government is actively working to increase the inventory, the total housing inventory across the province. This increase in housing supply will have a direct impact on overall housing affordability by alleviating the strain on the housing market and providing more options for individuals and families across the income spectrum. Furthermore, the investment in capital maintenance and renewal funding, as well as the implementation of the Stronger Foundations affordable housing strategy, demonstrates a commitment to not only building new housing stock, but also preserving and enhancing the existing stock that we have. This comprehensive approach is essential for ensuring the long-term sustainability of our housing system and the continued affordability of housing in Alberta. This announcement represents a clear recognition by the Government of Alberta of the importance of affordable housing as a fundamental pillar of our society. As we move forward, we must continue to work collaboratively to build on this momentum and ensure that the investments made in Budget 2024 translate into tangible housing outcomes for all Albertans. Together, with the support of the Government of Alberta, we will continue to work towards a thriving and efficient housing market that benefits all Albertans. And just to build off the minister's comments, it's obviously clear there's a bit of a mismatch happening right now, both on the supply and demand side, on the rental housing side of things. There are currently over 16,000 rental units under construction. Rental now also makes up well over a third of all new housing units being built in this province, where historically that number's been below 10%. In the past 3 years alone, construction has started on more rental units than were built in the preceding 15 years combined. So more units are coming to drive down demand and prices. It just unfortunately takes time. Units take typically between 12 to 24 months to build and about 8 months to get approvals. So we're eagerly working with the minister's office and multiple ministries to try to drive those numbers down and get more of these units built as fast as possible. With that, I'll hand it off to Kyle.
Thank you very much. I'm Kyle Fawcett, Chief External Relations Officer with Silvera for Seniors. We're one of Calgary's largest seniors housing providers with just over 1,800 units, mostly supporting seniors across, independent seniors across the spectrum in the city of Calgary. I want to thank the Minister and his government and his department on the announcement today of the 3-year capital plan. Obviously, we've all read and seen the media attention around affordability of housing for Albertans. as an extension of affordability of housing for Canadians right across our country. But, here in Alberta, has been alluded to, the challenges that we currently see in the market between the supply of housing and the demand are challenging and real. Silvera now has over 700 low to modest income seniors on its wait list that are looking for suitable housing. So the announcement today is going to have a very real and tangible impact on the lives of these individuals. So Silvera does have projects, shovel-ready projects that are ready to be funded through a funding partnership with the government of Alberta and other levels of government. And it's important and critical that we all work together to get projects built and in the ground as soon as possible, as the challenge is significant. In the city of Calgary, one thing that is, I think, is interesting to note, and the minister alluded to this earlier, around the challenges that the current market brings for seniors that are on fixed incomes. And again, I think this is one of the key attributes as to why Silvera's wait list is growing. And the city of Calgary just last fall released their housing needs assessment, and the fastest growing segment of the population in the city of Calgary is what they called the senior, super senior, and that is female seniors over the age of 85. And these are individuals that are typically on fixed income and are just struggling to find places to live that are affordable, suitable, and attainable in the current market. So I believe this announcement and the programs that the government has in place, the Alberta Housing Partnership Program, the Capital Maintenance and Renewal Program, will have a tangible benefit in making the lives better for those individuals in the city of Calgary and those seniors. So again, thank you very much, Minister. Appreciate the announcement and the commitment of your government in addressing this critical issue for our citizens.
Good morning. On behalf of the Alberta Seniors and Community Housing Association, it's my pleasure to bring remarks on behalf of our association. We welcome this significant capital investment in affordable housing in Alberta. ASHA members are seniors and community housing providers who collectively provide homes to more than 60,000 Albertans operating in 227 communities across our province. We thank Minister Nixon, the department, his caucus colleagues for this critical commitment. Totaling $840 million over 3 years, it will bring substantial funding to key areas. $130 million over 3 years for seniors housing development and renewal, including increased flexibility with how that funding is allocated to help modernize some of our older sites to better meet the needs of aging Albertans. The Affordable Housing Partnership Program is an important capital program that our members are accessing to help meet the growing demand for social housing. This funding has been increased to over $405 million over 3 years, which is welcome and essential. While we have the need for new units, we are also in need of investment in the maintenance and renewal of existing units. So we are very pleased to see the $121 million allocated for this purpose over the next 3 years as well. ASHC's noble cause is that Albertans live in housing that honors their dignity, serves their needs, and inspires purpose in their chosen community. We believe this investment, in addition to the other critical investments in affordable housing in Budget 2024, will continue to allow us to uphold this drive behind the meaningful work of ASHA's members. Today's announcement will have a positive impact for ASHA members and those Albertans they serve, and we look forward to our continued partnership with the Government of Alberta. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Shilpa Stalker, representing the Blood Tribe Department of Health. On behalf of the Blood Tribe Department of Health, I'd like to thank Minister Nixon and the province of Alberta for the investments made in the city of Lethbridge. The Blood Tribe Department of Health is encouraged by the province's commitment to increasing shelter capacity as well as enabling more Indigenous-led, culturally appropriate, recovery-focused, housing-oriented shelter operations in the city of Lethbridge. The $4 million capital investment made through the Alberta Housing Partnership Program by the province in the city of Lethbridge for the Lethbridge Wellness Shelter and Stabilization Unit will help us to better address the complex issues surrounding homelessness in Lethbridge. More and more, in addition to addiction, we are seeing people with multiple complexities, including physical, cognitive, and/or psychological disabilities and mental health issues. It is vital that our most vulnerable have a safe place to start the journey of healing. Significant to the shelter operations in Lethbridge is our ability to gain trust, utilize trauma-informed practices grounded in the Blackfoot way of healing, and encouraging our elders to help people on a journey which involves overcoming trauma as well as reconciling. As a result of the capital investment in the city of Lethbridge, the Blood Tribe Department of Health will be able to work with various partners to create pathways to recovery and housing for those experiencing addiction and homelessness while building the cultural, health, and social capital in our most vulnerable. Investment in shelters for the homeless is vital to building safe, supportive communities, and we thank Minister Nixon and the province of Alberta.
On to questions from the media. We'll start on the phone line, seeing no reporters in the room. Please state your name, your outlet, and we will do one question, one follow-up. Can I get the first caller, please?
There are no questions in the queue at this time.
Okay, thank you.
Good, thank you. Good job, guys.